Hey guys, and welcome back to Battle Cats. A lot's happened since the last video. Like how in one of my earlier videos there was some Lunar New Year stuff, and I guess they're doing like a part 2 type of thing. So they added a bunch of new events. They added the Almighty's Arena of Honor Finals Week, Lunar New Year, Superfest, Proving Grounds, and the Cat Fruit Festival. And out of all of those, Superfest is the most important because what it does is it combines Epic Fest units. It combines all the Epic Fest units over here with all the Uberfest units over here, plus probably the best cat in the game. This guy right here, who is an Epic Fest, called Lunos. And then there's also 2 extras. We have Trixie and Angie. I think his name is like Stall or something. Then we have Low Valkyrie Dark, and Good Luck Abisu. All of those are coming together. And Superfest is a super rare event with a 10% chance of getting Ubers, 25 super rare, and a slightly lower rare and other stuff. We have Baby Gal. I'm just going to ignore their first forms because the first forms are spammy for all the Uber Fest, while second forms are big like normal Ubers. And then for Epic Fest, instead of going spammy and then big, they just go big. So we have Mighty Lord Gao, who's strong against any enemy with a trait with the chance of critical. Mitama the Oracle, which is tough versus any trait with the chance of slow. A Diabolic Gao, who does massive damage versus any trait list with a 100% chance to freeze, plus wave immunity. Then we have Gothic Mitama, who's tough versus trait list with a 100% chance to slow, immune to waves, and a variety of other debuffs. Alright, then we also have D'Artagnan, or Meowsketeer, who does massive damage versus any enemy with a trait and is immune to waves. We have Low Valkyrie, who turns into a Wind Dancer Valkyrie, who's immune to waves and negative effects, superior attack. It breaks barriers and prevents zombies from reviving. Then we have Valiant D'Artagnan, who does massive damage to trait list, plus has a strengthen. Then Low Valkyrie, it does waves. Ritual Saint Cosley does long range surge with a chance to knock back traded. Cosley, the Daughter of Chaos, which people say to be the best Uber in the game, even though I don't fully understand why, does surge attacks with a 100% chance to curse. And you're probably thinking, well, what does she curse, traitless? But no, she curses everything. Every single enemy with a trait, and then also traitless enemies. But with her out of the way, we have Mighty Aegis Garu, who's tough versus all traitless, or not traded. I thought we already had one of those. With waves, Omni Strikes, and it stops zombies from arriving. Then, Dark Beast Lord Garu is tough versus traitless with mini waves, Omni Strikes, and survive, plus wave immunity. Then we got Is the Dancer, who has a short deployment cooldown, high attack, massive damage to traded, and grows stronger. Then Is the Lady of Morning, Omni Strikes, okay. Verse traitless while growing stronger after taking damage. Extra damage to Colossus Slayer, Barrier Breaker, Shield Piercer, and Zombie Killer. Alright, yo, she's pretty OP. Then, with what happens to be what I think to be the best Uber in the game, King of Destiny Fonoa, who I believe to be the best in the game because he does massive long-range area damage to traded enemies. He does massive damage to everything with a trait, which is like 90k damage a hit, which is pretty close to what Izanagi can do. I'm pretty sure. Then we have King of Extinction Phono. Long range area attack specialist, 100% chance to slow and mini surge. And he probably slows everything just like how Cosley curses. Then we got Trixie, who freezes, traitless, alien, and relics area attacks and is immune to curse. Lunacia, who does strong versus red, alien, zombie, and relic instead of everything. That's kind of weird. with the chance to freeze them, plus explosions. Omni Strike to keep zombie from reviving, and she's also a wave shield. Awesome. Then we got Death's daughter, Lunacia, who is strong versus floating angels, Aku, and traitless. Still kind of weird that they're doing multiple in the whole sets thing and just traitless counters. Omni Strike guaranteed to weaken, alright. Small chance of shield piercing counters. Enemy surge with its own surges. You're probably thinking that she does her own surge attacks, but I'm pretty sure she has a ability called counter surge, which is whenever she gets hit by a surge, she does her own surge back. Then we got Edge Master Stall, tough defender with rapid attacks that launch mini waves, slow and prevent zombies from reviving. Strong versus metal zombie, Aku, and immune to freeze and surge with a chance of critical and shield piercing. Then what people say is the best Uber in the game, Lunos the Luminous. Tough versus Black Angel, Aku, and Relic, whose Omni Strikes 100% knockback and do a savage blow. Can conjure a spirit 100% chance to knock back and do mini surge. Now you're probably thinking, alright, that sounds pretty good, but why do people say he's the best? It's because his first form is spammy with a really short cooldown, all the Uberfest Ubers, except instead of becoming big and non-spammable with his second form, he becomes spammable. Or still spammable. His first form has a 10-second cooldown, while his next form had the same cooldown, but I'm pretty sure they changed that to be 50 seconds. And then we got Izanagi, who I already know because I got hurt, and then Izanami, who does insane damage to traitless, conjures a spirit that knocks back and freezes, immune to surge and curse. Oh wait, Savage Blow. Okay, I forgot about the second form. Then you got all the Nekalugas, the Dynamites, the War Gods, the Galaxy Gals, Dragon Emperors, Ultra Souls, Dark Heroes, the Almighties, the Iron Legion, Elemental Pixies, and Good Luck Abisu, who turns into Bad Luck Abisu. Long range negative status specialist has a chance to inflict debuffs on traded enemies. Collects extra money when defeating stuff. Then you got all the basic rares and super rares. And yeah, that's about it. There was another Wildcat slots, and I did that, but I kind of spent a bit of cat food. This Colossal New Year thing, which is apparently because this is Year of the Horse, we have to fight a horse doge and then a metal sun that just freezes every once in a while. It's literally the exact same thing the whole time. Then we got New Year's Bling, where I had to fight a bunch of balls. And then there's a continue that could give me XP. I didn't really get it too many times, but overall pretty easy. Then we got Snow Doges, where it's just a bunch of doges. I only did 2 of these, but they were giving cat's eyes. Cover of Darkness, which is that March of Flames or whatever it's called, where there's time scores, except this one is only black enemies. So, yeah, it gives us some pretty decent stuff. Alright, something major. I beat Heavenly Tower floor 30. I'm not going to show you what I used to beat it. And then I also got a platinum ticket from clearing all 2 crown Stories of Legend stages. So, sorry I didn't record that. Then I did Growing Strange. I did it 7 times, but I was only, I thought I was just going to get the Relic Cat Fruit or Seed or something. But instead of doing that, what it does, it gave me a continue stage that, it just gives you, one of, I think 6 continue stages, each with a different trait. So you have to build, a loadout to either counter a specific one or all of them. And here is the loadout I used. That one I can actually show you. Then, what else? I did Go-Go Graduates, which just gave me lucky tickets and was super easy. Something major. I beat Typhoon Nemo, which is the the Relic Cyclone, called the Primeval Cyclone, the most ancient of cyclones, born from the Big Bang itself. Hasn't weakened even after devouring the dinosaurs. Inflicts curse and grows stronger after taking damage. it gives us a unit called Primordial Cat, who you will see in a second. Now, this is the loadout I used to beat it. Rodeo Cat was a major carry here, but if you don't have his target relic talent, he's basically useless. Then I defeated Typhoon Nile, which is the continuation stage. This creation's Geiger? Yeah. Its restriction is 900 or less, so Pizza Cat is gone, and I changed up the loadout a bit. I put in Slapsticks, who I got from clearing Growing Strange a few times, because there's a 99% chance to get the Elder Cat Fruit Seed, which is the Relic Cat Fruit, and then a 1% chance to get the actual Cat Fruit. But because my luck sucks, all I got was the seeds. Then for this one, I changed up the loadout a bit, and I did pull out Izanagi. So, yeah, I did those. I tried to do the Abyssal stage for Queen's Coronation with the least amount of units possible. I couldn't really beat it. Now, something is monthly event All-Stars special celebration, which I did in one of my earliest episodes, and the loadout I used was so bad. Oh, crap. You guys weren't supposed to see that, but yeah, I changed it up. But that ruined the surprise of what I got for my platinum ticket, which is a new Uber called Dark Mitama. Mitama has been betrayed by this cruel world and has embraced darkness. Long range attack, tough versus Kratos, 100% slow. So she is actually super good because of that slow and resist, plus all of those immunities. But in her evolution, which looks so much cooler, she gains an extra ability. It says, like a widow mourning her lost love, she is trapped within her memories. Long range attack, tough versus Kratos, 100% slow, and now she gets a weaken. 100, so she's tough versus Traitless with a slow plus a weaken while being LD with a decent cooldown. But she's not the only new Uber I got, as I decided to do a couple of pulls because I had some rare tickets. I got a new Uber called, if I can find her, called Copper Mine. Magical beauty powered by her staff releases beams of light, my freeze floatings. Returns into Copper Mine type K. Doesn't smile that often in front of cats, however, different story, might stop floatings. I can get her true form with a few more cat fruits, but I don't really want to. And now, I should not have got out of there. Let me introduce, first of all, yeah, I got mushroom, but that's not the main thing. Let me introduce Primordial Cat, a primitive felinoid from ancient time with a charming fine tail and useful gills, tough versus metal and relics. Plus she's immune to curse. Who evolves into modern cat. This strange cat, was found napping on the windowsill. What unusual properties she has, tough versus metal and relics. Who in her true form turned into future cat. Visitor from a distant time of cultured bipedal cats, enjoys cat food and gourmet spice curry. Insanely tough versus metal and relics. Which, normal tough, you take 1/4 or 1/5 of damage depending on treasures and stuff. But with insanely tough, you take 1/6 or 1/7 depending on treasures and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's it for all my new units. But the main part of this video, we are going to be taking down a new legend. In Ancient's Curse, there's 2 enemies in here. Now, Uncanny Legends, I'm pretty sure their whole thing is relic enemies, which is why I am going to bring an army of anti-relics. Pathometers was really useful in some relic stages that I did. Slapsticks is like the anti-relic goat. Then let's just bring some general good guys. You know what? Screw it, I'm looking up the stage. Alright, it said cat combos and a few good units that I actually do got. So I'm gonna put on some research combos because future cats apparently is kind of stuff. Alright, this is my loadout, and the boss for the stage is a Relic Bun-Battle. who is pure Relic and not Relic and floating. So let's go into the stage, see what we got. Alright, I put on Biohazard plus Bony Bone. And I'm gonna just stall. Also, it said that Kronos and Izanagi are pretty good for this. Alright, see, even with all of the stuff, his recharge still kind of sucks. But that insanely tough is actually pretty strong. It would definitely be a smart idea to start stacking up some rodeos and maybe a slapsticks. Alright, I'm gonna need a slapsticks. Alright, the bad part about rodeo is his single target, and the good part about slapsticks, I got that weakling talent. I did lose a bit of NP because I unlocked Lil Macho Legs in shield piercing talent. Alright, rodeo thaumaturge. Hopefully y'all are gonna be enough. And if you guys saw that, yes, I'm subscribed to Koopa Cool. Alright, Kronos, let's get you out and let's try to get some more slapsticks. Alright, yo. This is gonna be hard. But that insanely resistant is so OP, it's not even funny. Alright, hey, Kronos, I would be happy if you froze him. Slapsticks, I would be happy if you weakened him. Weakened him, not weak. Slapsticks, I'd be happy if you weakened him. And Rodeo slow, thaumaturge weaken, slapsticks weaken. Alright, yo, we might actually have this. All we gotta do is just stack up slapsticks and Future Cat. Do Future Cat stuff. And honestly, I thought that the Relic Cyclone was gonna be a lot more difficult than it was, and my bad for not recording it. Because like, I wanted to be really prepared for this, and I also wanted the next video to be just beating this stage. Alright, yo, I might have over-prepared a little bit. Because look at this. But honestly, the main thing that you really need for this is talented rodeo, thaumaturge, and even the second form of Future Cat instead of the two form works. And Kronos is honestly just a form. You don't even need Izanagi, that'd just be overkill. And you don't need slapstick talent either. But yo, I am way over prepared for this. Like, genuinely, I feel like I'm super over prepared. No, okay, our whole rodeo scrapped this guy. It is a very, very bad thing because Rodeo Cat and Slapsticks Cat are like the two things that will carry you in Uncanny Legends. Alright, we finally killed him, but yo, that was so much easier than I thought. Like, I thought that we were actually gonna struggle, but nah. I guess we're back to being OP. Hopefully I don't lose to the very next stage. Look, I'm pretty sure that this is the stage that's gonna let you, dang, 300k XP? Alright. Cats. Okay, True Form Mecha Bun. Otherworld Coliseum? What the heck is that? Okay, Otherworld Coliseum level 1, stage 3, and by level 1 I think they mean 1 crown. Alright. Mecha Bun's true form. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is the guy I got from floor 30, Hermit Cat. A legendary sage who infiltrated the cat base. Memory might be going, but true strength cannot be forgotten. Rapid area attacks fire powerful waves. Imitama was what carried me. Captured an enemy base with nothing but one sweet rice cake. Imagine what happens when he gets angry. Rapid attacks fire powerful waves. He's pretty mid. Alright, Mecha Bun Mark II. How much do we need for you? Ultimate Mecha Bun looks sick. Yo, let me know down in the comments of this video if he's actually worth getting. True form evolution gains improved power and defense, plus immune to curse and strong versus relics. Strong versus relics sound pretty good. Honestly, Urn or Mina is what I got recommended to get. Hold up. Wait, can we actually increase their level now? We can. Level 40, awaken Bahamut! I'm getting Baja level 40. Level 40. Hold up, can I go to 50? No, I can't go to 50. Okay, beating stores of legend and not. Maybe there's like a stage in Uncanny Legend that lets us push them to 50. Boom. I am now poor. But rares can finally go above 40. Now, first cat, it's honestly like either Jelly Dumpling, Courier, or Future Cat, but I love Jelly Dumpling the most, so he gets the levels. Yo, 2? Alright, Jelly Dumpling gonna be a little chunk. You know what? Sure. Let's go, level 50 Jelly Dumpling. Can we go to 60? Max level for current version, alright. Now, super rares. Holy crap, I'm broke on XP though. Slapsticks. Pizza. Slapsticks, pizza. Fishman, maybe row. Wait, can we get you? No, we cannot. Alright, first Manic Eraser. Maybe later. Okay, maybe later. Then Bullet Train 2. Maybe Waitress Cat at some point. We can get Izanagi. Okay, we can probably get like level 50 or 60. Izanagi. Wrong thing. But right now, my XP reserves are drained. And we got 42 Uber Rare Cats. 43 actually. Even after I got Mitama level 40. But the ones I'm gonna level up are gonna be. Wait, can I? Blitz stage growing epic. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get Dolly. Baby cat, cause that level 60 ultra form. I need it. Then I'm also get Balrog, so it's gonna be Balrog, Baby Cat, Dolly, Ganesha, and probably Matama too. Then Izanagi is gonna be pushed to 50 at some point. Well, I'm kind of broke on Legend Cat size. A new user rank reward. Always good to see. 5 epic cat fruits. Let's go. Alright, Otherworld Coliseum. We can honestly do that now. But I feel like that might be able to be its own. Depends on how many stages. Let's see if that can be its own video or not. It's only on for a day though. Okay, yeah, there's 5 stages in that. That can be its own thing. And also it's a 10-star. And speaking of 10-star, let's see what the 10-star Cat Claw Dojo is. Arena of Shadow Trial. I already did this. I got a score of 93k. And that puts me in the top 31% of all players that have done this. Then rank 10. We get 2 Dark Cat Eyes though. We got Relic Doge, ancestral nemesis of the cat empire, serious and hardworking like any dojo, sometimes thoughtlessly lets a curse out when focusing hard. Oops, sorry about that. Alright. Heavenly Hippo, Shadow Boxer K, Angelic Gory. Loris, is that a Relic version of what's it called? I can't remember. It's like the alien guy with the big eyes and stuff. Isn't it like Lemur or something? I think it's like Lemur. Last year's in Vogue celebrity, famous for his flashy taste in eyewear, but sexy just what his eyes look like. Weird how he can throw them like that. Relics, am I right? Just when I thought that Battle Cats couldn't make this any worse, they made a Relic R-Ost who knocks back, slows, and curses. Why? Who'd create this monster? Ostrich, who is also a veteran stand-up comic and inspiration for younger comedians, who's being inspired by this thing. Get it away from me. But he's becoming more self-conscious of the generation gap in the scene. I don't want that on my screen. Okay, Old Horn, a Relic One Horn, an ancient prophet who learns of impending doom by time traveling. His time drinks aren't very accurate, though, so by the time he gets home, bad stuff already happened. Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't want to look at the creature that is a Relic R-Ost. Alright, let's just see how many stages are in this chapter. Here be dragons. Alright, we got time left. This video ain't gonna be an hour long, but like the last one. But right now, I'm almost done with Castle of the Cosmos Chapter 3. So I'm gonna take this Castle of the Cosmos Chapter 3 loadout and name it UL for Uncanny Legends. And I'm gonna steal that, put it over here, and make the perfect Uncanny Legends loadout. So first, you're out, you're out, you're out, and you're out. Put in our anti-relics. We throw in Rodeo. I don't think Thaumaturge really deserves a spot in here because she's more of a niche type of unit. But we're going to throw in Slapsticks, Chronos, and anyone with potential for Relic. Alright, all of y'all with evolutions. Doctor with talents. Angry Delinquent Cat with evolution. I might honestly throw him in the squad. And then Saki could replace Chronos when I get Saki's true form. But right now, this is going to be my anti-relic squad. Alright. Let's go into the Uncanny Legends. Starting off with Pilaf Field. Alright, what are we going to see here? I expect relic enemies. I prepared for relics. Are y'all going to give me relics or like... Are y'all? Okay, relics. We did get relics in the end. Are they just gonna be doges or are they gonna show some other stuff? Because right now, Jelly Dumpling is destroying them. Alright, now they're getting wrecked. Yo, come on, man. Y'all are supposed to be like the final bosses or something. You're okay, yo. For peons, they're doing damage. They're doing enough damage to actually like make Baby Cat go into his knockback, even though he's tanking a few hits. And right now, all my anti-relic support is a little slow. Yo, is this really it? I prepared for relics. They're not giving me relics. What the heck? That's just like how Into the Future I prepared for aliens, but they didn't give me aliens. But that XP is something I like. 200k XP per level, I can get used to that. Still, Freightless, really? Alright, next video, guys, is probably going to be beating Castle of the Cosmos Chapter 3. Because right now, I'm almost done with it, and I've gotten every anti-alien crystal in the entire game. And also, the fruit and the crystal things are different, okay? So don't be saying well, you didn't get all the treasures and the fruits and stuff. Yo, wait, can we just like brute force it? Can we like push it all the way back to the base and then just kill the base? Well, you might actually be able to just like brute force this stage. Come on. We are gonna get Izanagi out. And then this dude is tanky versus metals. We do need Izanagi just to push that dude back to the base so we can actually start hitting the base again. But if he gets too far along, Izanagi can't push him back. I'm going to have to throw in a critical hitter, which I don't want to have to do. Oh, stay back! Can Izanagi hit the base? Yes, she can, but for how much longer is the real question. Once she stops hitting the base, which is, you know what, let's just throw in a critter at this point. Dude, they're evil for that. Like, Ponos is actually evil for putting in that stuff. What? Y'all can take over the Izanagi load. I don't care about that one. Sorry, Slapsticks, but you gotta go. Alright. Neandria. This time, I'm ready. You thought you could trick me with your stupid metal hippo, but joke's on you. I have a cat tornado. Alright, y'all can spawn the hippo now. Are they gonna spawn it? Don't tell me that pool was on a timer. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Can we just rush the state? He's gonna awaken behind. Uncanny Legends, like, I just started Uncanny Legends and I'm already starting to hate it. Alright, Jelly Dumpling, get him. Probably should have kept Slapsticks, not even gonna lie. These rogue soldiers are pretty strong for some peons. But yeah, Ponos genuinely gotta be fully. They made this stage rushable. And then put it as Super Metal Hippo to stop you from rushing. So it's either rush it and win, or have to come back with a critical hitter. And because I didn't know, and I didn't want to look up the stage, I have to get a critical hitter. Alright, and in pass. Wonder what's going to be in here, if it's another stupid metal enemy when I don't have a critical hitter, I'm going to crash out. Or are they finally going to show me a new enemy? I actually want to see some new enemies. So, oh, yo, we did that perfectly, but finally we get to see a new one. Relic, one horn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, he takes 8 hits to kill a future cat. That just shows how tanky they are. Alright, go, Slapsticks, go. Also, Slapsticks is only strong and doesn't do massive damage. Go, baby cat, go. Go, Jelly Dumpling, go. Okay. He's a little stronger than I thought. Rodeo, yes, slow and nice. Alright, Rodeo slows him. Baby cat kills him. Gosh, he's tanky. In fact, he really is tanky. Okay, he's tanky, but don't seem to be doing all that much damage. But yeah, we're gonna need some dudes that do some massive damage to these relics. Because, like, this guy's pretty counterable, but if we faced a lot of him, like, I feel like that would actually be trouble because of how strong he is. Because man got HP for days and he is getting close. I do not like that. Nice, he still got one knockback like his other variants. Except for that one metal one. No one likes metal. Alright. Next on the agenda for levels. Level 50 Jelly Dumpling. Level 50 Future Cat. And a level 50 Carrier. Also Izanagi and all the Ubers and stuff. The first Uber I'm leveling up definitely gotta be Baby Cat. Because Baby Cat is the only cat I got, I think, that has Ultra Form. So, I'm gonna need him to get up to level 60. I swear to God, if they put in an Ultra Bob on this stage, I'm gonna crash out. Because nobody likes Ultra Baba, because that barrier is basically unbreakable. Like, I use a maxed out level 40 strength, a maxed out strength and talent, level 40 greater Balrog, and guess what? He couldn't break the barrier. And also, unlike shields where they have a specific amount of health, barriers have, well, like, unlike shields where they take a specific amount of damage, and they're basically just like a second version of a unit that doesn't attack. Shields, no, not shields, barriers, they're always good to do stuff, but like, unlike the awesome shields, the start alien barriers won't break unless they take just enough damage or more damage than their shield has health. So like Ultra Baba has like a 200k health barrier. So unless you do over 200k damage in like one hit, the barrier ain't breaking. Which in my opinion is just stupid because they created like 2 or 3 enemies with like infinitely strong barriers like Ultra Baba. So yeah, unless you got a barrier breaker, good luck. Because you're gonna need it, especially in Tactical Cosmos. Which has to be one of the worst things that bonus has ever created. Alright, enough ranting. Time for moving. Go. I expected relics. They don't give me relics. Now my whole loadout is falling to pieces. And am I just gonna have to like make a generalist loadout with like slapsticks instead of pizza? And then like, hold on. Ooh, no, I only replaced cameraman really. All I really did was replace one meat shield. I just replaced one meat shield, one attacker, and one mid ranger. I only just took out 3 units. Not really that big of a change. It shows how I lack anti-relic units. Yeah, come on, dude. I don't want to make this video long. The Uncanny Legends is killing me. So it will be helpful if y'all just died. You don't want to have to bring out slapsticks. The slapsticks is gonna be good. And I wanted to conserve my money, but y'all ain't giving me a chance. Or you know what? Uncanny Legends can wait for a while. I'm gonna do Castle of Cosmos Chapter 3. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna end off this video. Hope you guys liked it and see y'all in the next episode of Battle Cats.